Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It is Cree, aka Intellectinheels, and we are back for another Get Ready with me. And as you can see from the title, this is going to be a very transparent video because I really wanted to talk about something that it's quite obvious but not so obvious, and I wanted to talk about my experience just to inspire somebody who may be younger than me or my age in my same position, and you're feeling like, oh, I'm single, it's the end of the world, and what does life look like, or what will my life look like, or anything like that. And I'm just trying to tell you that the single life is great, hunty, and it is fine, hunty. So I just wanted to give you guys just a little insight on my journey and my experiences, just a little bit of facts about my singleness. I have never been married and I don't have any children. My child is my dog. Yes, and so that's where I currently stand in my life, and I can say that my journey has been quite interesting, and I have grown so much and learned so much, and I thought I would share that with you guys just to inspire, motivate, and let you know that the single life is a good life. It's a great life. Okay, so we're going to get started with this makeup look. I am trying to, just to let you know, I'm going for a kind of soft pinky pastel-y look. I have these like orange and pink colors that I'm looking at right now, and those are the colors that I'm kind of going to go with now. We're trying this out, so I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we shall see. And of course, you see I've already done my eyebrows, so you can see that has been done, because y'all know how I feel about that and how long that takes. So we're going to get right into the eyeshadow look, as you know, I talk about my singleness, and kind of just giving y'all right now just a little background on my life and growing up, and just to tell you guys where I'm coming from in my journey. But yes, my mom and my biological dad basically divorced when I was an infant. The man that I call my dad now is actually my stepdad. He raised me from the age of 9 until now. Basically, he's been in my life this whole entire time. He's a excellent person. That's why I call him my dad, because he had basically stepped in and did the work. So just so you guys know that. But yes, so that relationship was never there. So I didn't see that interaction between the two of them. And then once my mom and my dad got married, they were better as individuals than together. So I didn't really see it demonstrated the power and the beauty of being in a very healthy relationship. And so I grew up, and you get into relationships as a teenager, and they're ratchet. They're ratchet because I didn't know what standards I should have. I didn't understand my worth, my value, what that looked like, what it was supposed to look like in a relationship. And so I made a lot of mistakes from my 20s into my early 30s. Like, I stayed in this relationship off and on with this dude for a very long time, wasted a lot of time and energy. It was ratchet. It was trash, y'all. That's a story for another day. But yeah, stayed in that relationship for a minute, and then got into another relationship. Thought I was doing the opposite. You see me looking up, I'm kind of looking to the mirror on the back so I can get this makeup right. But yeah, thought I was kind of getting into a situation with a little bit more stability, somebody who was a little older, somebody who seemed to have their ish together, y'all. And yeah, no, that was another hot mess. And I found myself, just because of my personality and because of how I am very naturally, like, I've always naturally been my own person. I've always naturally been the type of person that, you know, march to the beat of my own drum. And so I didn't ever feel like, you know, I needed to be in a relationship. Like, I never felt like it was a requirement. I wanted that. Of course, I still do. In case you're wondering, I do want to be married and all of that good stuff. I'm giving myself to a certain age to have kids, and after that, but but yeah, I do want to be married, but I never felt like it was a requirement for my happiness or my joy. And like I said, I've always been the kind of kid that was just always doing my thing. And people sometimes, especially dudes, don't really know how to vibe with that. You know what I mean? Because I never felt like I needed somebody. I felt like I want you to add to my life. I want you, it's hard in here, y'all. But I wanted you to add to my life. But I don't necessarily like am desperate. I was never, thirsty. I made a lot of mistakes, but it wasn't out of a sense of like thirst or desperation. And so in that second relationship, he just was so just trying so hard to make me feel small. And at that point I had got my, became an attorney and did all this work and worked so hard. And for me to have worked that hard and then somebody come in and try to make me feel small and make me feel like I didn't work as hard as I did, or, I shouldn't feel the way that I felt. Trash. But that was the thing. I only found out that it was trash once I had dropped in the relationship head first. I went full on. I didn't have no requirements. I didn't have no qualifications. I was just like, he cute, he seemed nice. Okay, let's go. Wrong idea. Then I found myself, even after that, in situationships that were trash. Situationships that were, I'm putting this orange color. I don't have my little plate to tell you my color, but I'm just putting on this orange color right here, y'all. So yeah, it was trash. And all these situationships and, thinking that you're going to change somebody, thinking that, not taking what they're showing you, not really taking that as, okay, this person is showing me this is what I need to understand. This is who this person is, and to take into consideration what they're showing me, what they're telling me, and to decide whether I want to deal with that or not. And I wasn't doing that. I was like, no, they'll change their mind. No, it'll change. It'll get better. What have you? And that just wasn't the case, y'all. That, you can't change a person. You can't make a person do what you want them to do. And you can't make a person be on the level that you are on. And so, but at that point in my life, I can say this is around 2013, I had enough. And I was like, enough is enough of the foolishness. And I've always, I grew up as a Christian, but I really was always towing that line. I was tiptoeing. I was towing the line, y'all. I wasn't full in, but I knew that I loved the Lord, and I knew that I wanted to be a better person and a good person. And I was tired of just the trash life that I was living, the things that I was doing. And I was like, you know what? I want to do better. I want to be better. I want my life to get better. And not just for my career, but my overall life. And I just couldn't figure out, why do I keep putting myself in these situations? Why do I keep doing this to myself? And so I had that moment, and I was just like, you know what, Lord, this is going to be you and me right now. And y'all, I surrendered, and I said, God, I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I think I'm gonna use this light orange because I'm liking how this orange is turning out, y'all. So we're gonna do this light orange right here. But I was really like, I'm tired of the crazy, and I'm like, it's gonna be you and me, Jesus. And I really wanted to get to a point where I could live a life that I felt was really pleasing to God, because I always wanted that. I wanted to live a life that I could be proud of, that I felt like would be, where I could glorify God and glorify God in all aspects of my life, and not be feeling like, yeah, I love you, Lord, but you know, my life or my lifestyle is questionable. And I didn't want that anymore. I was like, Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired of doing this my way. I want to do it your way this time around. And I did that, and man, and I was never the type of person who really, I realized that I wasn't going to be able to do it by myself. And I realized that I was not going to be able to do what I wanted to do or be who I wanted to be in my own strength. Hope y'all can see that. I realized that, and so I surrendered, and God changed. Jesus changed everything, y'all. So, and once I surrendered, yes, everything began to change. I grew. I was never the type of person that thought that I would, you know, be celibate and like waiting for marriage, but the Lord did that, girl. And so I have been celibate for quite a while now. I have been celibate basically since 2013. And I mean, I'm not saying that to be like, oh my God, it's been a long time and I'm just some great person. Like, no, it was basically God really, you know, redeeming me and changing me and helping me to see like my value, not only to myself, but to him, and how precious I was to him. And you know, we can have a whole nother conversation about, you know, celibacy and waiting and all that good stuff. But for me, it was just like God showing me how much I meant to him, how worthy and valuable I was. And so you can't just give yourself away when you understand how valuable you are. And so I started beginning to understand that. I started like listening to sermons and things that really like made me focus on God's love for me, God's love for mankind. And God really met me in that place where I was. Like I always say, God is very specific. He's very particular. He knows you. And when I figured out that he knows me and that he's a good father, he fathered me through this process and through this journey. And so that's how I ended up here. I'm healed. I'm whole. I don't have any anger. I don't really have any shame. Like, it's like it happened. It did. And I'm here, and I'm so much better. And so that's basically my journey and where I'm coming from in this conversation. And not to say that I have, you know, never had my moments where I'd be like, Lord, where is my man? But overall, like, I'm using my handy dandy, y'all know I love my little Marc Jacobs primer. So that's what I'm using here. Stopping as a little interlude to show y'all that. But yeah. So so that's where, you know, I had my moments, but there were never bad moments. There were never moments where I was like, oh, I'm just getting desperate and Lord, the world is over. No, the Lord has kept me. And plus, when I was way back when I was beginning this journey, I was like, Lord, I'm not, and I will be honest, I'm not the type of person, I'm using this Stay Flawless 15-hour primer for benefit. I just use it for, you know, extra like matting effect, especially since I'm now in Florida, and y'all, it's hot. It be hot, and your girl be glowing because it be hot. So I'm just gonna try to make this, you know, makeup last. So I'm adding that as a, you know, just an extra layer. And I can't say I'm gonna just, I don't know whether, it's not that I do or don't like it, but we'll see how it does. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, it's just not that I haven't had my moments, but it hasn't been a moment of desperation. God has really kept me, and I've used this time to really understand my call and my purpose. I've used this time to really like pursue the things of God and pursue the life that he wants for me. And it's easier at doing that as a single person without, you know, any other responsibility, because when you get married, when you have children, you have to serve that marriage, and you know, and so it's really been an opportunity for me. It's like I would implore anybody who's single, use this as an opportunity to get to know yourself, heal, become whole, enjoy life, do the things that you can only do because you're single. That's why I was able to like move to Miami and do the things I'm doing because I'm single. And I can kind of just move about in the way that I want to move about, and it's easy. So that's why I want people, to understand, because sometimes we look at marriage and we're like, oh, that person has a partner, but you get to move about your life a lot easier when you're single. And you don't really have to worry about another person. And so while you don't have to worry about another person, it's good to figure out yourself and your purpose and get to know who you are. And so that's been like my journey, and that's been a very important part of my journey. And it's also been fun, y'all. It ain't the end of the world. Like, I've had extra time to spend with God. I've had extra time to spend with myself. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say this has been a perfect journey and like I haven't had my moments and it doesn't get a little bit lonely and you be looking at other people like or you watch that rom-com and you be like, I'm looking for my brush, y'all. But like, it would be so great to have that love in my life, y'all. Of course, I'm human. I want those things too. Okay. But yeah, but it's not the end of the world. You move through it, and I've learned how to move through it. I've learned how to pray through it. I've learned how to be really, really honest with God about how I feel. And he'll come through. He'll answer your prayers. He might not give you exactly what you want, but he will, answer your prayers and help you through those hard moments and those hard days when you're like, oh Lord, this is for the birds. Like, what's up? Where he at? And I was going to say this before and then I lost my train of thought, but like I told Jesus, because I'm not really a dater. I'm not a person that is like, oh, I want to go out and just date people and do. No, that is just not my personality. That's just not my personality. And I will be honest, that's just really not my personality. This got me looking crazy, but y'all, it's gonna work. But yeah, I'm using my Laura Mercier. Laura Mercier Silk Creme Oil Free Photo Edition Foundation. So that's what I'm using right now. But yeah, so yeah, y'all. I'm just not the dating type. Like, I'm just not gonna just get on this dating app and be like, oh, let me just go on this dating app and just like date people and swipe left. Like, that's just not me. For real. It's not who I am. And it's okay. I know that. And I know my personality, so it's cool. But I did tell God, I was like, yeah, I don't want to really dating around. I want to meet my husband and that's it. And you know what? The Lord has stuck to that. Cause I haven't had nobody tiptoeing in my DMs, cause the Lord was like, you said you wanted to date your husband and marry, so that's what we gonna do. But anywho, the Lord took me at my word. I'm just gonna say that he took me at my word, y'all. But yeah, so like I said, currently I am still single, but I am enjoying my life, and it's not, and I know it's not the end of the world. And I also didn't want to, spend this time just focusing on that. Like, you waste so much energy just spending all your time as a single woman focusing on when you're going to get married, if you're going to get married, and all of that good stuff. That's no good. That is no good for anybody because you miss out on so many opportunities and so many moments that you can really be maximizing this season of your life. Like, when I get married, I'm gonna maximize that season. I'm single, I'm going to maximize my single season. Like, period. Like, I'm going to use this season to my advantage. you know, I'm going to use it to my advantage. I'm not going to walk around and be moping and groping and thinking that it's the end of the world because I'm not in a relationship. No, because it's not the end of the world. And I think we've been, in our society, we've been, even in the world, we've been conditioned to women to believe that if we're not attached to a man, that somehow it diminishes our worth as a woman. It diminishes who we are as a woman. It doesn't make me any less of a woman because I'm single. I'm still a woman, you know, and I'm still me, and I'm still beautiful, and I'm still all of these things. And when I'm in a relationship, I don't want to have to need a man to validate that for me. I want to already know that. And then this man is in addition to my life. He's adding value to my journey, and I'm adding value to his, and we're in this thing together, and our purposes and our callings from God are aligned. And that's important because we need that. That is important. So y'all, let me finish up doing this concealer, and then we'll be right back to finish up this makeup look, y'all. Okay, love, so I'm baking right now. I have put on my contouring, and now we're about to go back to the eyes to do some mascara and some liner. And then we shall be finishing up this here look. Yeah, it came out pretty good. I'm liking the orange, and it's just not too much. It's giving me a little bit of spring, summer, but not too much. It's not glaring at you, so I like that. Okay, I'm about to use this MAC pencil to do my under eye liner really quick. But yeah, y'all, like I was saying, I don't want to have to be validated by the fact that I'm with someone, because then you start feeling like you could just be with anybody and it's okay. And I feel like my husband, I should be a gift from God to him, and he should be a gift from God for me. And if I read my Bible correctly, it says that God is a father that gives good gifts. So my husband should be a blessing and a gift to my life, basically. And so when I look at it that way, it just puts everything into perspective. But I really didn't want this video to be even about that. I wanted it to be about just living your life and being present in your journey and enjoying it and having a good time, and you know, letting it become what it's going to become, and you become what you are purposed to become, because it's such a beautiful thing. Yeah, I've had friends get married and do all of that good stuff, and I'm happy for them, and I'm not mad. But was I ever like, because I saw them, sorry y'all, I'm trying to look in the mirror so I can get these bottom lashes good, but was I ever like, oh, because they're getting married, because they're doing this thing, I need to be doing it? No. And that also, like I say, I probably do have a slight advantage, because like I said, I've always been a person that just marched to the beat of my own drum. I always just did my own thing, and so it's a little bit easier for me to be like, I don't care what they're doing, I'm gonna do me. And that's what I've done. I've been in workplaces where everybody was getting married and I wasn't, and I was super okay with that, because you know, I know what God has for me is for me, and my journey is for me. This life that I live is for me. And who knows, maybe if I had gotten married and did all of those things, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't be speaking to you guys. I wouldn't be growing in this area of my life, and God wouldn't have been able to realign me with my purpose, because I would have been so busy trying to live another life that I wasn't supposed to live. And so I'm just so grateful that he opened my eyes to the reality of this beautiful journey that I'm on, and I got to know me in this real beautiful and great way. And for everybody, it's going to be different. Some people may get it earlier than me. It took me some time to get to this point, y'all. And like I said, what God has for me is for me, and his timing is always the right timing, is always the best timing. So this is the timing that God saw fit for my life. But while you're in that single season, just take advantage of it, enjoy it, have a good time, girl. And I'm not saying have a good time in the wrong ways, but just enjoy it, learn about yourself, grow, travel, do all of those good things, and just enjoy life. Because whatever season you're in, I'm always just imploring, make the best of it, enjoy it. Because I'm never going to get married and feel like, oh my God, when I should have took advantage of my single season, because now I'm married and this and this and this and this. I know I have lived a great, beautiful, full single life, and it has been full, and it has been blessed, and it has been great, and I have enjoyed it. Sorry for all the noise, y'all. I have enjoyed it because I've made the best of it. I've made the most of it. I've been riding out with God and trusting him inside of it. And I think that has been the biggest blessing, is me being able to really trust God with this whole thing, with my life. And because I'm trusting him with my life, like I said, he gives good gifts. He's not gonna leave me out here to dry. He got my back, so we're good. So yeah, y'all, that's the story of my singleness. And I'm not trying to blame anybody. There was a lot of work that had to go into me getting to this point. It has not been easy. I've had to unlearn things. I had to learn new things. I had to break certain things within myself. I had to look in the mirror and take responsibility and accountability for my behavior and how I contributed to it. And then I had to take responsibility for changing my thought process, changing my mental, changing my thoughts. I had to really be willing to be changed, and to really be willing to put in the work to get to wholeness and to get to healing. And that's not easy, girl. And so I never want to go around here and act like this has been like this easy thing, because it hasn't. It's not. It's I'm gonna use this It Girl blush because I just want something light on my cheeks. So we'll see how this turns out. But yeah, girl, it has not. I will not lie to y'all and say that it's been easy, but I will say that the work has been worth it. It may not be easy, but it definitely has been worth it. And there were days where I cried, days where I didn't understand, days where I felt, if I'd only knew. If I knew then what I know now. But you can't go back. You can't change it. You can only move forward and decide that you want better and decide that you're going to do better. And I can say, at least for the last, for basically from the start, I've really been enjoying my life as a single woman, and I'm not afraid of it. And I don't think I'm less than or less of a woman because I don't have children, or less of a woman because I'm not married. Like, that's not what makes you a woman. So, yeah. Anywho, y'all, I hope you found a little nugget or a little gem. And I'm not trying to knock marriage in any way, because like I said, when that season comes for my life, I'm gonna be happy and ready, girl. But I wanted to just say that if you're single out there and you're trying, you know, you're feeling kind of down or you're feeling kind of lonely, girl, you're not alone. And just try to, you know, enjoy it. And even if you've already, because I feel like I've already done the work to get whole, I've done the work to get healed. Now I'm just enjoying it. Now I'm just having a good time. And now I'm just walking out my purpose. And when me walking up my purpose meets with him walking out his purpose, hey. And yeah, so I do believe that God has promised me marriage in my life, but I'm going to enjoy it until that time comes. Okay, y'all, I don't have my lipstick in here, so I gotta go get my lipstick so I can do my little lipstick look. But yeah, this is the look. Now I gotta go and take me some pictures, okay, y'all? And I'm probably gonna put some pictures of the look, of some of the looks, because I'm doing some reels today, some OOTD reels today, and so I'll probably just put in some pictures of my outfits that I have on or something. Y'all gonna see something at the end of this thing. But anywho, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, my lip is going to be basically just a nude lip, but I will come back and show y'all the nude lip and show y'all the whole makeup look together so y'all can see all of that. But yeah, give me a second. Okay, loves, it is lipstick time. So I'm using my famous lip pencil from Bobbi Brown. This is in the color chocolate. This is always my, I need to sharpen it, but this is always my old trusty when I need a brown liner. Okay, and I'm going to use this NARS. It's called Xenon. It's the Velvet Lip Glide, and it's called Xenon. It's kind of like a nudie. And I think I'm going to put something on top of that just to give it an extra little zing, extra little pop, girl. I should have put on this NYX, but I'm just gonna give this a little pop. I got this Revolution, Makeup Revolution London from, I think, Target, and it's in the Kiss, and it's kind of like this little poppy lip gloss. So, oops, sorry y'all, that's my phone. Just to give it some extra glow, a little bit of an extra little pop there. And that is that. And your girl, we have a look. We have a look. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me. This was a very, I wasn't nervous about it, but it was a very transparent moment. It was something I had thought about talking about, but I just never really talked about. And I know some people are interested. And I just wanted to be inspiration and motivation and to help y'all see that life is for the living, thrive, prosper in whatever season you are in your life, and that we are women, we are valuable, we are worthy regardless of what season or stage of life that we are in. So take that with you, girl. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed. This is the look. And have a great day, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you guys next time. Light, love, and blessings. Peace out.